Hello, hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk about things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, and all of that juicy goodness. In this video, we're just going to dive right in. This is another sign video. These are my favorite to make because I am obsessed with learning the inner workings of the universe. I like to bring people peace on their journey, to let them know that the universe is literally trying to speak to you through a language, through a dialogue, through a pattern. And if we can be the observer of it and see it, we can then know when things are coming, and we don't have to stress and we don't have to worry. And this one sign that I'm going to share in this video is a unique one. I think I've shared it maybe once in another video, and it's so important to know that this is a sign, because this one thing can really set you back and it can really make you feel bad. Once you guys know what it is, you're going to be able to relate to this. So I want you to think about, say you're manifesting $50,000, right? And you've been manifesting it, you've been doing your imaginal acts before bed, and then all of a sudden you have a couple weeks of silence and you're kind of bored with manifesting. You're like, I don't want to do this anymore. And it's weeks of this. Okay. This is not the sign, but this is the pattern of what happens. Get really clear on what you want. You're really into it. You're taking action. You're being the person that has it. And then all of a sudden you go through this lull where you're just like, oh, I'm sick of it. I'm bored. I think my subconscious already has it. Let me just rest. Then you go through a couple weeks of just like forgetting about it, right? You let it go. And out of nowhere, it's a weekend, maybe a Saturday night, maybe you're by yourself, maybe you're with somebody else, but you all of a sudden get this feeling like your life is never going to pan out. You're never going to get the thing that you want. And it's actually you thinking about another desire. You're not thinking about the $50,000. Maybe you're newly divorced and you're like, I'm never going to find a partner that's going to love me. I'm bad at love. I don't know how to do it. I'm terrible in relationships. And maybe your bubble in that moment is all focused on your relationships. So this is the sign, okay? You start to focus on something other than your manifestation, and you're really wishing that manifestation would come in, and it's not. And you are pissed off, you're crying, you're sad, you're like, my life is never going to work out, but you're not even thinking about the $50,000. Okay. It is a complete redirection to another area of your life, and you're feeling despair. You're feeling like it's never going to change and you're always going to be sad and just feel hopeless. This has happened to me over and over and over again on my journey. I get so upset about another area of my life for like 2 days. I cry, I journal, I turn off the TV, I turn off all manifesting videos. I'm just over it. And I'm really thinking that it's never going to happen. And it's my ego. My ego is getting the best of me in that moment. And it's telling me stories that my life is always going to be the way it is right now. And that's an energy of a pre-manifestation, because you're feeling the stagnancy of the journey right before the manifestation drops in. It's kind of like the eye of the storm, right? There's this stillness, there's this, nothing's moving, nothing's happening, and your mind feels that, and it creates a story that says nothing is ever going to change. So your mind can feel that energy. It knows a manifestation is coming, but it doesn't truly understand it. It just knows that there's a stillness and it's scared. It doesn't think anything's ever going to change, and it tells you that. And then you start to get worried and you think that nothing is ever going to come. And I always get worried for people who are not fully aware of this. And sometimes those thoughts can become dark. And maybe they think their life is always going to be this way, or this problem they're having is always going to be this way. And they think about suicide and they start to go really dark. And I always just want to jump into their house and be like, no, it's darkest before dawn. Don't give up right now. Your life could change tomorrow. Don't do it. Our mind can create these wild stories. And if we believe it to be true, it can set us down a dark path. So that's why they call it darkest before dawn. We have to be okay being in that darkness, thinking that your life will never, ever change. And normally that's right before the other manifestation drops in. So I've manifested $150,000. I've manifested $30,000, $25,000, $10,000. And each time I've manifested money specifically, there's always this moment. There's these 2 days, maybe a Saturday night, where I'm watching like a love story or a movie or a rom-com, and I just start crying my eyes out. And I'm like, I'm going to be single forever. I just want a love story of my own. And I'm so focused on relationships. And I'm just in my bag about it. I'm just so sad that I've lived this long and I haven't experienced somebody to travel with, somebody to make me dinner. And it's just something that I really desire. And then 2 days later, the money drops in, and then my mind is total like, I don't care. I don't need a partner. I got the money. I'm good. And obviously, that's just like a first wave of abundance. Money doesn't make us happy. It's just a flow, and it's the excitement of having the manifestation drop in that I love so much. It's not so much the money, it's the fact that we can create something out of thin air. And I think it's really beautiful that this happens. The universe kind of distracts us. It turns our head over here because it's about to drop a miracle right here, and it doesn't want you to see it. So, this one sign is when you are very, very upset about one area of your life not working out. And when that is happening, I need you to become the observer and say, wow, I'm really upset right now. This is not my normal MO. Okay, I'm going to jot this down and say, in a lot of fear and doubt, sadness, grief about my life never changing. You write it on a desk calendar and watch. I guarantee in a few days, you're going to get some sort of new opportunity, money. Maybe you get to meet a new person. I don't know what you're manifesting, but it is wild how the universe does this. And it's always so relaxing in the moment to not listen to those thoughts, to not really believe that it's never going to change. That's silly. Life is always changing. Nothing is permanent. It's actually the complete opposite of what your mind's going to tell you. So don't feed into that sadness. Let it be there. Feel the emotions. You're allowed to, but don't let it linger and don't listen to those thoughts. Know that a miracle can arrive overnight, and it usually does, but it's something that you don't expect. All right, lovies, if you need help, I do one-on-one coaching. Soon I will have a membership site called Awaken Your Magic. It's $44 a month. That's the early bird special. So if you want to join that, I'm going to have that up soon. Look below in the description box if it's already out by the time you're watching this. It is going to be a place for us to share our stories, to learn, to co-create together, and to support each other, because this can be a lonely journey when nobody else really believes in manifestation around you. So I wanted to create a community where we could all share our stories and learn and grow together. So like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. All right, peace out.